Today I'm going to be learning more about the Finnish language by watching this video. It's called The Finnish Language: Can Norwegian, Swedish and Danish Speakers Understand It? So I know between these countries in Northern Europe there is some similarities and people from certain countries can understand the other language more than others, if that makes sense. So interested to know what that is. If you're Finnish, tell me, can you understand like Norwegian, Swedish or Danish? Any one of them more than the other? Is there any of the people from those countries that can understand Finnish more? I know Finnish is quite unique in comparison to those other three, so interested to see this experiment. You can tell me what you think about it as well. Let's watch.
Mun lempieläin on kissa. I said that my favorite animal is a cat.
What's the cat?
Kissa.
Oh, that was the kissa. I was like, is it pizza? Is it like favorite food?
Kissa.
Hi. No. I've tried and it didn't work.
I think I can recognize maybe like one or two words. So maybe if I'm lucky, I can get the kind of the topic. Yeah.
Good luck. So I think in Swedish, Danish and Norwegian there is quite a lot of similarities. And then we in Finnish have a lot of loanwords from Sweden. So maybe in that sense.
So I guess, yeah, in that respect then, I guess like Finnish people can probably understand Swedish more than the other two languages. Is that correct? I think Danish, from what I understand, is quite unique in its own way as well. And yeah, I think from what I've learned before, Finnish is quite similar to Estonian more than these other three countries. Would that be fair to say?
But the grammar is quite different in Finnish compared to the other Nordic languages.
Yeah, I think maybe that's where we are more similar, maybe. Yeah.
I think grammatically we're very similar, but it may sound a little bit differently. And then for Finnish grammatically, it's like I have no clue what they say. But then when they pronounce it, some of the words you may be able to pick up because it's the same as Swedish, which is the same then as Danish and Norwegian. So if we just like listen carefully for those words, we may be able to get a little bit.
I don't think I will be able to understand unless she says very English-ish words, or possibly words that sounds more like Swedish.
So the first word is paperi.
Paperi.
Minulla on paperi.
Yeah, I would have probably said paper as well. Paperi sounds quite like paper. He's put dad, paper and paprika. He's covering a lot of bases there for that one.
How do you spell paper? Okay, so it's just one.
Yeah, it's the paper. So it's written in Finnish the same as the paper in English, but we just added an I. So it's paperi.
Dad, paper.
No, because
Oh my God.
in Norwegian we have like dad is like pappa, and then she was like doing like this, and I'm like maybe she's talking about like my dad. Yeah.
How did you guess that it's paper?
In Norwegian it's papir, and then I know from like she adds a little flair. So then I'm like, if I say it in Norwegian way with a flair, I'm like paperi. Then it kind of like it can make sense. Yeah.
Honestly, it just looks like the same word as the Danish word, which was similar to Norwegian papir. And I was just kind of guessing.
For me, I think it was previously you've been saying words that's like Swedish, but you add, and in Swedish that is paper with an I in the end.
So the second word is kettu.
Kettu. Okay, that one I don't know. Maybe I've heard that in a previous video before. The only thing in English it sounds like is kettle, like the thing you pour water with, but kettu, maybe cat as well.
Absolutely no idea.
Meillä kävi pihassa kettu.
Can you say that
Okay.
again?
Meillä kävi pihassa kettu.
Okay, yeah. Maybe that's what I heard from the first one.
Quite close.
No, maybe.
No.
Why did you think this? Why?
Because of the K, and in Danish it's like cat, K-A-T, and I just thought maybe it's cat.
It's like very similar in a way, but also different from the Swedish word.
I guess the cat, because of the sentence you said in Finnish, sounded like it was somebody's thing. Like this belongs to somebody, or this like, and that's why I'm like it's somebody they have in their family or in their home. Yeah.
But you think you have the right answer?
I think only because I heard it before, but I don't know if I'm right. Is it dog?
No.
Oh!
You were in right direction, but could you guess if I say that there is a Norwegian song about this? Tin, 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 tin.
A fox?
Oh.
It's a fox.
Oh my god. That was very
kettu.
hard.
How do you guys say fox?
Rev.
Räv.
And we say rev. Same.
Well, that's pretty similar for those three. So this is interesting, not just to learn about Finnish, but you can see like the similarities there. It's almost like one of those memes where it's the word is all the same, then Finland comes in and just has its own pronunciation.
I think it's the same spelling, but just the different
Yeah.
pronunciation.
The next word is koulu.
Koulu.
Minä menen kouluun tänään. It is similar to Swedish. Okay, show your answers.
I don't know.
What did you write?
Koala?
Koala.
What did
I
you
think that's a
think
good
so?
guess.
How do you say cola in the drink? How do you say it in
Cookies.
Finnish? Cookies.
Well,
Yes.
cola is wrong.
Because of like how we pronounce it in Norwegian, you say cola. And then cola.
I was contemplating whether I should do cola or colleagues, but I have no idea what Swedish word you think that sounds like.
I just tried to see the like similarities of these two words. So I was like, maybe it's koala. I don't know.
So what this actually means is school. So how do you guys say school in your languages?
Skola.
Skola.
Skole.
It's not even close.
School, well, you don't have like the K sound, you just don't have like the S sound. I think it's similar.
Cool. It is like skip.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder why it's almost like they dropped the S in Finnish. Like, it could have been like skolu. It would have been more similar to these, but it's like, yeah, just drop the S. I wonder if that's where it came from, or if it's just a completely different origin for the word.
Like the most important part of the word, and then you're like,
Moi kaikki, mun nimi on Julia ja mä oon Suomesta. Mun lempieläin on kissa. Hauska tutustua. Okay, and show your answers. Please explain me what you heard about me.
I heard there was like a hello or good day part, and then her name was Julia. And then I heard something. I know that you pronounce that you're from Finland in a different way. In Finland, you don't say Finland, you say Suomi. So I heard that. So then I'm like, then she's saying she's from Finland.
Oh, well.
And then there was something like the kippa. I don't know what that was. My guess was my degree, no clue. And then it was like a nice to meet you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I got the Julia because she said her name, so I was like, okay, she's introducing her name. And then I kind of guessed maybe the tone of her voice was as if she maybe was saying how old she was, but I'm not sure because I don't know any numbers in Finnish. And then the end part was like also the tone of it sounded like nice to meet you.
I think again, like just like you said, the tone of the way she started her like sentences was like, okay, my name is like this. So it was like an introduction in that way. The rest I did not know the vocabulary. I just couldn't get any idea of what that was.
Norway was most right because I did say, hello, I'm Julia from Finland. I didn't talk about my degree. I said that my favorite animal is a cat.
My favorite animal.
What was the cat?
Kissa.
Oh, that was the kiss. I was like, is it pizza? Is it like favorite food? I'm eating pizza. I don't know. Pizza.
It's funny, did she say nice to meet you? She never confirmed if that's what she said at the end. It's just interesting that two of them put that at the end of as well, so I wasn't sure if maybe there's some similarity in the way she said that compared to how they say it in their countries, in Norway and Sweden.
Next I'm gonna talk about my hobbies. Are you ready? Mun harrastuksiin kuuluu matkustaminen, nyrkkeily ja kuvien ottaminen.
See, I just want to say something. When she's actually speaking as well, this might sound a bit strange, but it actually sounds like Korean when she's speaking, like the shape of her mouth and the tone of it as well. Yeah, I went to like Seoul in Korea for a couple of weeks like last year, so I heard the language a lot. And if you listen to that with like an untrained ear like me, although I've heard a lot of Finnish before, it just sounds very like similar to the tone of Korean.
Ready? Mun harrastuksiin kuuluu matkustaminen, nyrkkeily ja kuvien ottaminen.
I wonder if she has like a certain like Finnish, I mean she will have, but what would her Finnish accent be? Is it from a certain place? Can you identify that?
Three things.
Yes.
I didn't understand one word.
Oh.
Okay. Can you explain to me what you heard?
So the first one I heard in Norwegian we say mat as food. So I kind of like that could have been part of the first sentence. So it could be something to do with cooking, hiking, walking. No clue. And then the last one, I was assuming it was like hanging out with my friends or being with people or being with something.
I don't know, I just kind of guessed.
Yeah, baking.
Like, I was thinking about cooking, but I don't know, you like have a more baking vibe over you.
Honestly, I felt like the baking thing too. Like for me, I don't know if I'm right, but when you started your sentence, I thought maybe you talked about when I have like free time or when I'm free, kind of. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. And like I like to cook, either cook or bake, and something with drawing.
Very interesting. Apparently I look like I cook. I don't really. But apparently I look like a baking person. But what I actually said was my hobbies are traveling, boxing,
Boxing.
and taking pictures, photographing.
How do you say that? Taking pictures.
Kuvien ottaminen.
I could.
Kuvien ottaminen. Let me see, is that right? Kuvan ottaminen. Kuvan.
Pictures, photographing.
How do you say that? Taking pictures.
Kuvien ottaminen.
I could.
Ottaminen.
You say boxing then in Finnish.
Nyrkkeily.
That's the crazy part. Is like I don't. We just say boxing.
Oh, you say boxing?
We don't
Box-
say like
just-
boxing.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't really say like we
Boxa.
haven't made our own
Is it
word for
Swedish?
boxing
Yeah, we did.
because it's a loan word, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Boxing.
Yeah, interesting that as well. Like Finland just has its own word rather than taking like the English word and making a version of it, just creating a new word. I think that's pretty cool actually.
Next, you have to guess which animal I'm talking about. Tää eläin on ihmisen paras ystävä. Tosi söpöjä, niiden kanssa pitää viettää paljon aikaa. Ja mä luulen, että suurin osa ihmistä tykkää niistä. Ei oo kissa. Okay. Show your answers.
Oh, completely
Can I
different.
ask why did you think so?
I heard something with something. So I thought about the sea. I didn't understand anything else, so I thought, okay, maybe it's something in the water.
I thought I picked up something like outside, outdoors, and then not really much more, but then it was also friend, and then it's like, okay, friendly animal that lives outdoors.
Yes.
It could be like a horse, it could be something else, outdoor friendly animal.
I thought at some point you maybe said that was cute.
But you got that right. I did say it's cute. If I say it in English, human's best friend.
Dog.
Very cute. That's the dog.
I
Puppy.
could never guess that.
Yeah.
It was really, really hard.
Yeah, I think it was very difficult.
Yeah, I think it was just what I imagined is that if we get like standalone words, our guess is like at least that makes some sense, but then in a sentence you're lost.
Yeah, that was interesting. So yeah, I guess Finnish is quite difficult for those countries to understand. It would be cool to see like if they could get like an Estonian person, if they could understand more of the words. Do you think that would be the case? Would they understand the most? Yeah, interesting experiment. Maybe I'll try and watch more videos about the Finnish language. I've watched a lot already, but they're always very fun to watch. I like trying to say the words as well. And yeah, tell me what you think about this one. Thanks.